One of the things we've been monitoring since the very beginning is the power issue, power outages. I mean, when we started this morning, we have some coming in, 4,000, then it jumped to 56,000. At last check, it was over 100,000. We want to check in now with David Graves from National Grid. And what's the latest for us right now, David?
Well, you just nailed it. It is in the area of 100,000 right now. We do probably, with numbers that high, have damage to the transmission system. Those are the major power lines that get electricity into the distribution system, and that's why those numbers are so high. Good news is that once you make repairs to the transmission system, you can bring customers up in larger numbers. But as you just mentioned, there is extensive tree damage from a line that runs pretty much through Providence southward. And that includes both West and East Bay. I lost power at my house here in the East Bay around 6:30 this morning, and hopefully we'll have power restored. Crews are being dispatched, and we're going to get the process underway. There is, again, with tree damage, those trees have to be removed before we can get to our wires. And as far as those wires down are concerned, we always advise customers, anyone, please stay away from down power lines. Always assume that they're energized, and it could be very dangerous if you come in contact with those power lines.
David, in the event of a hurricane or a blizzard, you folks have time to prepare and call in extra crews to be on standby in the event of massive power outages, and that, of course, expedites the process and gets folks' powers back on quickly, or rather quicker than in a situation like this where you didn't have extra crews at the ready to get out there and repair these lines. So, I'm not saying you folks were caught off guard, but obviously this was a very unique situation. So the question is, what kind of manpower do you have right now in place to try and get this fixed?
Well, we would have our normal contingent of line crews, which would be approximately 100 line crews in Rhode Island, all of whom will be on the road. Most of them are in at 6 a.m., so a good portion of those folks are out there right now. But again, we need to get forestry crews out to clear the down trees and limbs, to get those out of the way, so that it's going to be a difficult task to get power restored. It will take, in some cases, most of the day today, if not longer. It could be into this evening. We would ask customers to be patient. We do have crews on the road, and that includes our forestry crews as well. I would ask if anyone spots a wire down or is without power to let us know. And we do have an 800 number that they can call. It's 800-465-1212. You'll be went through a series of prompts, but the information is recorded, and crews will be dispatched to those locations.
All right, David Graves, we appreciate the update. And something to note, Patrick, before we head to break here, is that when you have these situations during the winter time, for those who are out power for several hours, you have a place to put your food. You've got a cold garage or a cold back porch. Now we're dealing with an 85 to 90 degree day today. This is really going to be an issue. So if you have food in that fridge, you probably should just count it out if it's been in there for some time and not even bother. Also, your home itself, no air conditioning. It's going to get warm in a lot of properties. It is something to be aware of if you've been out without power for several hours.